Stop! I didn't really see when that ended, or when the music thing, or the beginning intro ended, so, well, I do see it, but, like, I wasn't sure exactly when it ended, so I wanted to make sure that I did it in the right time. How late was I? 20 seconds late, but not too bad. Alright, that's good for me. So, how's everybody doing on this fine, what is it? Thursday, right? How's everybody doing on this fine Thursday evening? I am streaming very late tonight. Clock is about, it's about 10 o'clock right now, so I'm streaming much later than I usually do, so apologies on that front. But I had the entire day. I was filming earlier today. I was filming to my movie earlier today, so I didn't really have time to I didn't have time to stream then. And then after that, I had a lot of house chores and stuff like that, which needed to get done, homework and stuff like that. So now I finally can stream, which I really feel happy about. So hopefully everybody's doing well on this lovely evening, and we're gonna get started here. What's the topics for today? You can look in the description thing. You see that there's no topics because of we're streaming so late, and I don't really feel like talking about topics. Well, planning in like already planned topics. If you have anything that you want me to talk about, just throw it at me. But like planned out topics, there's no planned out topics for today. How's your army collection going and your channel to it? It is going well. I just uploaded a brand new video to that channel, and the main collection is going really well. I'm actually soon gonna order some new stuff to it. I just set up to my basket, and I'm gonna order all this stuff tomorrow. I'm ordering a German M40 helmet. I'm ordering some MP40 pouches. I'm ordering a German infantry assault badge, and then also a Iron Cross ribbon. So that's what I'm doing right now. So the collection is going really well. Queen Elizabeth died? Yes, I did hear that. Really sad. Very sad. You know, personally, I'm not really into monarchy, but she was a good ruler, and she's gonna be missed dearly. So it's gonna be King George now, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Here's the article about her death, isn't it? Yeah, so it's gonna be King George now, or Prince George, who's gonna take the throne as the new ruler of England. So that's really interesting. Yeah, but it's really sad that she died. Rest in peace. Do you think that there will be a Indiana Jones trailer coming out in D23 tomorrow? There's a lot of rumors about there being an Indiana Jones 5 trailer. I don't know how true that is, because since the movie is not coming out for like a year or so, it's coming out next year on Christmas. No, not on Christmas, during summer, right? It's a little unlikely, and if it is, I wouldn't expect more than just a teaser trailer. But it would be cool to see it. It would definitely be cool to see it. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's hinting towards it, especially when the main editor, the editor of that trailer, came on a podcast and said that he's editing that trailer. The editor of like the Indiana Jones 5 trailer, he came on a podcast recently and said that he's editing that trailer. So we could see it here soon. But I don't know about D23. But then, but I mean, it could be. But either way, I'm very excited. I'm very excited about it. The second day of D23 will have a Lucasfilm event, and that's when it's expected. That's when the trailer is expected to be shown. Ooh, I actually didn't know that. So there's a Lucasfilm. Okay, well then that pushes that a little higher actually. So if there's a Lucasfilm like event event, then this could actually happen. I'm very excited. If it does come out on D23, I will definitely be doing a reaction video on the trailer and on the second channel. Definitely will be, because this is a movie which I have been waiting for over, what would I say, over 8 years. Ever since they announced it the first time, this is a movie which I've been waiting for, because I just absolutely love Indiana Jones. And delay after delay just really made it suck. Made this whole thing suck. So now when it's finally gonna be like confirmed that it's gonna be out this time, place, very excited, and I really hope that we're gonna see a trailer in D23. But again, I don't know. We can hope for the best. How's your movie going? It is being made, but it is being made slow. I've been working, I believe this is the second month of me working on this. Yeah, second month of me working on this. And still haven't gotten it completely filmed. I don't have a lot left. There's just a couple scenes left which need to be filmed. And I filmed the full sequence earlier today. So that's really good. But I have a couple things which I still need to film. But I'm hoping to be able to, here in the middle of this month, around September 20th maybe, or September 15th, I don't know yet which one, but somewhere around there, I'm hoping to be able to be done with this movie, and then start editing it, and then you will be seeing a trailer of it as well. What's the movie about? It is a, well, I can't tell you too much, but it's a horror film. It's a single, this is the first time when most of the work on this movie I did myself. Usually I have some friends helping me, but this time I actually did it mostly by myself. Although I do have, I believe, two scenes of a friend helping out, acting as another character in it. But since this movie is mostly about a single character, that's why this movie mostly has been done by me. So I'm very excited for you to be able to see this, and I hope it turns out well. I really do. But it's a sort of horror thriller and also kind of sort of action. There's a couple of action scenes in there. But I'm very excited about it, and I think a lot of Finnish viewers will really like this, because it's based upon a Finnish, I guess, sort of urban legend. You could also almost say, I don't want to spoil too much, but it's based upon a sort of Finnish urban legend. So I think a lot of Finnish viewers will really find that cool, if you get it, I guess, because it's not really nowhere in the movie is it explained what it is. So well, it's explained what it is, but it's not ever said by name, so that's something. But I think some people will pick up on that, and if not, then you'll just see it as a big bad. Well, you have your trailer in D23. I fucking wish. I would love to have my stuff in D23. I would really love to like make feature length like high budget movies. I would love to do that. Because currently what I'm doing, like I can still make a relatively good movie with the budget that I have. But in my head, I have so many movies which I would like to do, but I understand that physically I'm never able to do them because of the budget reasons and stuff like that. So I would really love to be able to make like a full feature length movie, but I know it's relatively impossible for me. Maybe one day, but not in the foreseeable future. What's your screens? My screens are, I have let's see here, a AOC monitor on this side. This is my secondary, and then my main monitor is a Asus 1080p, I believe, or no, this is 4K, right? Let me pull up the specs sheet on this monitor real quick. Let me press menu here. Picture. Hold on. Let me pull this stuff up. I don't know. I have never pulled this stuff up. Ah, it says that up here. It's a HD. It's a Asus VG 249, 1080p, 60 hertz, so 60 frames per second, pretty much. And I have it hooked up to my computer via HDMI, so there you go. But you can hear all this stuff over on my fucking, you can hear all this stuff over on the setup tour that I made on my second channel. You go ahead and check it out over there. There I went all into details about all my stuff, which I'm working with right now. So if you want to see that, go ahead and check that out. What's your opinion on HyperX headphones, like the HyperX Cloud 2s? I don't know. I haven't really used HyperX stuff. I mean, I'm sitting on a HyperX chair, but really, their headphones, I've only used one pair of their headphones. It was the Cloud 2s, right? And those headphones, they're good on the head. They're very comfortable headphones. But the problem with them is that the audio, especially when you listen to heavy metal, you can really hear the cheapness of the audio. It has very muddy bass and stuff like that. It could just be that there's a defect on the ones which I own, but that's at least my experience with them. When did you have those sort of headphones? I had them when I was trying to find new headphones before I found these ones, these A2L headphones. While I was in the market for new headphones, I looked all around through all different websites trying to find headphones. And I found a couple, and one of them was the Cloud 2s, and then I tried them out for a while and stuff like that. Didn't really like them. Gotta be honest, did not really like them. Electricity will be 10 times more expensive for the winter. Yeah, it will. Jesus Christ. Man, like that's gonna be the winter is gonna be rough this year. Seeing as because we're not getting because most of our electricity came from Russia before the war started. Most of our electricity came from Russia. Really, now the electricity will be fucking expensive, dude. Luckily it isn't yet, but it will fucking be very expensive. So better to get ready for that shit because that's gonna hit and that's gonna hit hard. So get fucking ready for that. We're already kind of getting ready. We're planning out what we need to do. So first of all, we're gonna limit our electricity use in a couple of ways, and a couple other things we'll also do. But yeah, we're trying to, at least us, we're trying to like minimize our electricity use as much as possible. So yeah, doesn't really help that I'm sitting here with my fucking ring light on and my two screens and everything like this and my computer on. Probably doesn't help the situation at all. But you probably have to expect that when all this electricity stuff starts, all this expensive when I just want to do like a quick warning to people. Once electricity goes off up the roof, goes what's the saying? Goes through the roof, and it gets very expensive. Expect there to be less live streams because this live streaming actually takes up quite a bit of electricity. So expect these to be a little bit less frequent, but I'm gonna still try to do as much as I can. Because these are actually really fun to do. But just for a warning, it will probably be a little less. But we'll see. We'll see. Did you cut your hair? Yeah, I did. Thanks for noticing. Yeah, I did cut my hair. It was getting really long, so I went to the barber and asked him to cut it down. I didn't go as short as I usually go. Usually I go like this short. But this time I told them to leave a little hair, so now I still have the sort of poofy way how I like my hair, but it's like, it's much shorter, so you can see like the sides are all cut down and stuff like that, so it's much nicer now. Because it was just getting way too fucking long. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the look, but the problem is that the hair always gets in front of your eyes, and that's really annoying. Especially when it's windy, don't even think about keeping your hair nice. Like, it's impossible. So that's why I cut it. So, and I'm actually really happy how it turned out. I cut my hair recently and it turned out completely shitty. Yeah, you really want to be careful which barbers you go to because some barbers are because the thing about barbers is, which I realized, is that most barbers, especially if you're from another country, like if you're most barbers have specialized themselves or are most used to hair like this, like, I don't want to say white people hair because that just sounds racist. I guess this sort of hair, because if you look at hair from other cultures, it is very different to how my hair looks like say from Saudi Arabia. People over there have a much different type of hair than they normally have. So then what I have. So yeah, hold on, give me a second. But yeah, as I was saying, like people from Saudi Arabia and stuff like that, they have a much different, or people from other cultures anyway, have a much different ethnicities. That's the word. Thank you. That's the word what I was looking for. Um, so people from different ethnicities and stuff like that have a much different hair build to what you may have, or what I have. And usually here in Finland, most barbers are used to this sort of hair. So when it's hair from other ethnicities, so to speak, it is very difficult for them to do a really good job. So, I mean, they can still do it, but it's definitely much more challenging. So, yeah, you really want to be careful to which barber you go to. And especially with me, I've had times when I went to barbers and I have my hair was, afterwards, after I came out of there, I completely hated how my hair looked. So you really want to be careful with that stuff. Be like Andrew Tate and just cut your hair off completely and say that I don't give a fuck about how you look. Man, I fucking hate that guy. Really, I fucking do. I hate being the guy who says that. Sometimes I have some stuff which I agree with him on, so to speak, but most of the time it's just like I don't agree with what he says. Or like, I guess what I'm trying to say here is that there's certain stuff which I do agree with him on, but then there's most of the stuff which he says is completely fucking other garbage. Like stuff his thoughts about women and stuff like that. That's just disgusting. But then again, but even though I agree with him, doesn't mean that I like him. I fucking hate that guy because look, because if you argue with that sort of argument that, oh well, I agree with some stuff, but other stuff and then other stuff those other things we can agree to disagree on. Then you could technically say, well, then you can like Hitler because there's stuff which he did which was okay, which was good. So I don't know about anything that he did but what was good. I guess animal rights. There was something about animals' rights weren't there. But I guess you could say about that like you don't go around saying that, well, I agreed with Hitler on some stuff and I can agree to disagree on other stuff. Like, no, you don't go around saying that. And I can't say the same thing about Andrew Tate. And it's kind of like the same deal with Andrew Tate. Although on a different scale, so to speak. The Andrew Tate has a lot of bad thoughts, a lot of bad takes, but then he has a couple good takes. And you know what I mean. Like, you can't like a person, in my opinion, you can't like a person because you agree with a couple things that he says. Based on with that mentality, you can say, well, I like this murderer because he has a lot of good ideas, but then he also kills people, It's the same sort of thought process, but on different scales. So, yeah, I don't really like that thought process. Like, if you're a shitty person, you're a shitty person. If you're a good person, you're a good person, No, this won't be really that long of a live stream just because if I'm very tired and people are going to bed here at my house already, so I need to respect that and go to. And I can't sit here babbling along all night. Have you already made a decision about the chair? No, I still haven't done it. I'm more leaning, currently I'm more leaning over to actually keep this chair and not buy the chair at all. Currently I'm more leaning over to that because I'm just seeing that there's more positives to this chair, or the positives about keeping this chair outweigh the negatives of getting rid of this chair and replacing it, you know? Or outweigh the negatives of not replacing this chair, you know? So I'm kind of in between right now. Well, I'm more leaning over to the not replacing this chair, but it can still change. It can still change, but we'll see. We will see. What's your next documentary gonna be about? I still don't know. I still don't know. I kind of sort of have an idea what I want to do, but it's really in like the most like beginning stage, and I don't really want to know what I want to do. It's like an idea, but I don't have the topic of the idea, you know? It really doesn't make any sense. It's really difficult to explain, but I know what I want to do, but I don't know what the topic which I want to cover. But I still know what I want to do, you know? I know what I want to do, but I don't know what part of it do I want to do. That's the best way to explain it. I don't know. Or I know the genre of what I want to do, but I don't know what in the genre I want to do, you know? So, we'll see. But we just have to wait and see until I know what I want to do with that. And plus I want to finish this movie first. What do you think of the IRS? No opinion, really. Really has nothing to do with me, so I don't really know what to say about it. I've understood that now they have a bunch of new workers and taxes are going up through the roof. That's at least what I've understood of it. Could be completely wrong about that, but overtaxation is it's not a good thing, in my opinion. Overtaxation is a very bad thing. A lot of people's lives can be ruined by overtaxation. Which, again, I don't know if that's happening or not, but, you know. Have you seen the picture of Harrison Ford on the set of his newest movie, which he's working on? With a cowboy movie? Yeah, I did actually see that picture. Hold on, let's have a look here. Harrison Ford. New movie. It just comes up with Indiana Jones 5. Hold on, stand by. This upcoming movie. Coffee Wild, no. Indiana Jones Project, Untitled Indiana Jones Project, no. That's not what I'm looking for. Maybe like cowboy movie. There's definitely a picture out there, but I just can't find it. If anybody knows the name of the movie, then put that in chat. I can't seem to find it. Well, that sucks. Well, anyway, yeah, I did see the trailer. Or, no, not the trailer, but I did see that picture. I'm very excited for that movie as well. But I don't know when it's coming out, probably like in 2 years. Oh, man. Harrison Ford is a real legend, really. He's incredible. How much he's able to do being as old as he is. Are you planning on changing your Panasonic AF100 camera to another camera, or are you going to be sticking with it for the rest of your life? Well, probably not sticking with it for the rest of my life, but no, I have not planned on replacing it anytime soon. But if I would replace it, I would probably replace it with one of the Panasonic, the newer Panasonic 4K cinema cameras. Well, not cinema cameras. The video cameras. Hold on, let me have a look here. I was actually funny enough, I was actually looking at one recently. Not to buy, just was anyway interested in what's out there for if at some point I decide to switch cameras. Video camera, here we go. I was looking at one, but I can't for the life of me remember the name of that. Oh, was that it? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to put prosumer camera. Prosumer. I believe it's this one, right? Or is it that one? Was it the one with the red or nah? That was this one, right? Yeah, no. Yeah, it was this one. This is the Panasonic GAG CX 350. Yeah, so that's what I've been looking at. So if I'm ever gonna once that gets sold that I need to replace it, then I'll probably replace it with something along the lines of this. But the only problem with the camera is that it doesn't have interchangeable lenses, which suck. So it only comes with this one lens, which I guess it makes it more handier in the way that I don't need to keep switching lenses and buying new lenses and stuff like that. It's all in one package. But also that sucks because when I have like 3 lenses, and that would mean that I would have about like 3 lenses not being used, which would mean that I have to sell all of them. Because I'm not just gonna leave them here collecting dust if I'm gonna change my camera. Or I may keep one and leave that on the AF100 if I ever want to use that as a secondary, you know. But yeah, this is what I would replace it with if I would replace it. get a HD camera, they're cheaper. I would get a HD camera, but if I would get another HD camera, then it wouldn't really make any sense for me to replace my current camera, because that's a 1080p camera, and if I would replace it with a 1080p camera, it wouldn't really make sense to replace it, you know. It wouldn't really make any sense to replace it. If I'm just going to replace it with another HD camera, I might as well go up to 4K at that point. But how much does this cost anyway? Can you put a link in the description? Not into the description, but I can put a link into chat for you. Hold on. Actually, I don't want to send you over to this. I'm just going to send you to this link. It'll say control. There. You can have a look at that. It's just no, it's just a picture of the camera, nothing else. AGCX 350. AGCX 350. That's the camera's name. AGCX. No, 350. Not 150. What am I saying? But yeah, it's like a $4,000 camera, so it's very expensive. So definitely not something which you're just gonna buy out of the blue. Anyway, I think I'm gonna start leaving this stream here, just because of it's getting really late, and I don't want to keep those guys up too long, because I know that they can't sleep if I'm streaming here, because I'm literally next door to them. My parents are sleeping in the room right next to me, so I'm still speaking this way, but still they're right there. So I'm just gonna start ending out this here. Hope you all enjoyed this little live stream. I know this wasn't really that much of anything, really, because we didn't really cover any topic. Well, we kind of did cover a couple topics, but not really anything. We didn't really go that deep into any topics. This is just a quick live stream just to keep on schedule with these live streams, which is really something which I want to do. So every other week on Thursdays. So yeah. Oh, but hopefully you all enjoyed this little live stream, and I will see you all next time. See you later. I'm gonna do the disappearing thing again. Goodbye.